O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Council. Madam Clerk, would you take the roll call, please?
Councillor Mackey,
Present.
Councillor McKay is absent at the moment. Councillor Carlton, Councillor Pringle, Councillor McQueen sends his regrets. Councillor Allwood, Councillor Nielsen, Councillor Patterson, Councillor Dickert, Councillor Kentner, Councillor Keaveney, Councillor Body, Councillor Gregg, Warden Milne,
Present.
Councillor Dobreen, Councillor Matrosovs, Councillor Bordignon,
Present.
Councillor Echoes, Councillor Hutchinson. We have all members in attendance with the exception of Councillors McQueen and McKay.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge with respect the history, spirituality, and culture of the Anishinaabe, Six Nations of the Grand River, the Haudenosaunee, the Wendat, Wyandot, Wyandotte peoples on whose traditional territories we gather and whose ancestors signed treaties with our ancestors. We recognize also the Métis and Inuit whose ancestors shared this land and these waters. May we all, as treaty people, live with respect on this land and live in peace and friendship with all its diverse peoples. Does anyone have a declaration of interest related to any item on today's council agenda? Seeing none, if one should arise during the course of the meeting, you can apprise us of it at that time. So we have the adoption of the minutes of the County Council and Committee of the Whole meeting dated September 14th, 2023. Anyone care to move those minutes? Councillor Hutchison, seconded by Ray. Sorry, there are some clerical changes that need to be made or have been made. Madam Clerk, would you outline those, please?
Thank you, Mr. Warden. I would just like to note that from the Committee of the Whole minutes on September 14th, resolution CW 129-23 should reflect the mover and seconder as Councillors Gregg and Echoes, and that it should also include reference to the dollar figure of just over $696,000 or a 3.4% increase to payroll.
So the motion will read as amended. Mover and seconder, did I have it? Sorry. Councillor Gregg? You'll second that? Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor? That is carried. Second set of minutes is the closed committee of the whole meeting dated September 14th. Sir?
There we go. Thank you, Warden Milne. Just for reference and understanding, we are into the new service provider eScribe, and it is coming up and asking for a vote. And just confirmation that we're not utilizing the vote here. We are doing hand votes, just for clarity.
I will perhaps ask the clerk just to clarify that, please.
Yes, that is correct. We're still keeping with our raise of hand votes, and recorded votes will also be done verbally, so you do not need to input anything into the system.
Thank you for raising that point. So back to the closed committee of the meeting or committee of the whole meeting. Moved by Councillor Keaveney, seconded by Councillor Dickert. It'll always come to me. It just takes a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you very much. Now we have the minutes from the Long-Term Care Committee of Management meeting dated September 12th. Someone care to move those minutes? Councillor Patterson, Councillor Nielsen, any discussion? All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you very much. We have no closed meeting matters. We have no reports. There are no bylaws, news and celebrations. Councillor Body.
Thank you, Warden Milne. Last Friday, Warden Milne and I attended something at Hydrogen Optimized that we had leaders in the hydrogen business industry from across Grey and Bruce, municipal leaders, engineers. Had a discussion about building or pulling together a hydrogen hub. There's a company over in Bruce County that's providing hydrogen pumps at the airport for vehicles, and of course we've got Hydrogen Optimized here doing big electrolyzers. Very informative meeting, very really big minds in the room. That was pretty impressive. Great discussion. They will put together a working group moving forward, and opportunities for others throughout Grey and Bruce to work together in the hydrogen sector and try and support each other and move the industry forward. This coming Saturday is, of course, National Truth and Reconciliation Day. If you do not have a ceremony in your own communities, we really encourage you to come to Owen Sound. You know that the Nawash village, or Nawash, and in later years Potawatomi peoples came together and lived in Owen Sound down in what we call Oak Brook, around where Kelso Beach is. We'll be 9:30 renaming the park to Kelso Beach at Nawash Park, recognizing the heritage. And at the Kitchiname Wickwidong Gardens, which is right there, there will be a ceremony, and it's always a really fascinating event to come and meet with others, for Indigenous people from the area, and try and break down those barriers and try and learn something, and think and move ahead. It's a great opportunity. So I encourage anyone who can to please come at 10 o'clock and have your mind open and participate. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Councillor Keaveney.
Thank you, Mr. Warden, and good morning, everyone. And just a reminder that Meaford is the place to be this weekend. It's our big Scarecrow Invasion event. So parade starts tomorrow night at 6, followed by a family festival down at the pavilion at our harbor. And Saturday is the annual craft show, and that goes on Saturday and Sunday. And we have Councillor Greenfield present from Meaford, and he would like me to mention that there's also a skateboard competition this Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the skateboard park. And we encourage one and all to come out and enjoy our Scarecrows pirate theme this year. So lots of fun.
Thank you, Shirley. Councillor Matrosovs.
Thank you. Through you, the warden, I just want to make draw everyone's attention to, after our ceremony for Truth and Reconciliation, we will be launching into our first annual Open Fields Day. So there will be a chance for members of the public to come and explore 5 different locations. If you go to exploreblue.ca, you'll find all the details. There's no registration required for dropping in on any of those 5 sites, but there is also an opportunity to tour the state-of-the-art bay growers facility, apple growing, all of the apple processing that goes on there. It's a fantastic opportunity. So if you are interested in that one, it does require some pre-registration. So I encourage you to go to that website, check that one out, and then have a free roam of the 5 different locations we have. It's rain or shines, and bring appropriate footwear for visiting a farm. And unfortunately, we do request that you leave your animals behind, because there will be livestock farms, etc. And we want, for safety, everybody to be able to enjoy the day and learn a little bit about the farming practices at those locations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor DeBreen.
Thank you, Warden Milne. Good morning, County Council.
I'd like to announce that Southgate will be celebrating its grand opening of its first water tower on Thursday, October 5th from 11 till 1. The ribbon cutting will be around 11:15. There will be Spanky's barbecue on site for those who wish to purchase their lunch. And anyone who's interested of seeing the inner operation of a water tower, there will be tours provided. So we hope to see some of you there.
Thank you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't ever remind everybody that that will indeed be the highest body of water in Ontario. Highest body of water in Ontario. Councillor Nielsen.
Thank you, Warden Milne. I just wanted to mention that as of September 25th, the Markdale Hospital, or the Bright Shores Markdale, however you wish to name it, is officially open. It is an exciting moment for Grey Highlands and for Grey County, providing kind of state-of-the-art healthcare services within our borders. So that's a very exciting event. I know that the Premier was here the day of the last county council meeting, but the following day was a community opportunity to come in. And I was there from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock and probably saw between 300 and 400 residents come through. A lot of them were excited to see names of their parents or grandparents up on the donor wall who are no longer with us, but were here when the project was started and the fundraising started. It was a pretty exciting moment for the community to be a part of that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Did someone else have their hand? Councillor Carlton.
Thank you, Mr. Warden. Good morning, County Council. I'd just like to announce that it's the Intertownship Fire Department's annual breakfast fundraiser this Sunday morning, starting at 8 o'clock, and that's a fundraiser for the Christmas toy drive. So everyone welcome.
Excellent. Thank you. Anyone else? Councillor Alwood.
Thank you, Mr. Warden, and good morning, County Council. Just would like to announce that the South Grey Chamber of Commerce is having its Business Awards Gala on October the 19th at the Durham Community Center. The keynote speaker is Rocco Rossi, the President and CEO of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce. And I would invite everybody to attend if possible. Be an exciting evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Rossi is a fairly dynamic speaker. I've heard him before, so it's always an entertaining time. Anyone else? Okay, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn from our council meeting. Councillor DeBreen, seconded by Councillor Alwood. Thank you very much. All in favor? That is carried. We'll just take a minute to switch over to our committee of the whole meeting.